There is something many parents rarely hear clearly, and maybe you need this reminder today more than you think. The years from 3 to 5 are not only about growing taller, eating better, or learning a few new words. They are the years when a child is quietly learning how to feel safe, how to connect, and how to understand the world. During this stage, the brain is shaped less by big speeches and more by the tiny moments that happen every single day, like a look, a pause, a warm answer, a patient tone. Have you ever wondered how deeply those small things stay with a child? This is not here to scare you or make you feel guilty. It is here to gently ask, what kind of moments are filling your child's day right now? Most parents love their children with their whole heart. That part is rarely the problem. But real life is exhausting. Work is heavy. And sometimes we walk through the door already carrying too much, so we answer too fast. Or we say, later, even when we know the little voice just wanted a moment with us. Sometimes we miss the signal completely because our mind is still stuck at work, on bills, or on tomorrow's problems. And sometimes, just to get one quiet minute, we place a screen in front of the child and call it a break. Does that make you a bad parent? Or does it simply mean you are a tired human doing your best under pressure? It means you are human, and many loving parents have been in that exact same place. But even so, there are some things a child needs that no tablet, toy, or expensive class can truly replace. What they need most, especially in these years, is real connection with a real person who is truly there. A face that turns toward them when they speak can tell them, what you say matters, and so do you. A calm voice in a hard moment can teach more than a long lecture ever could. Have you noticed that? A grown-up who stays and listens, even when the story is messy, helps a child feel emotionally held. Many people believe the real difference only appears when a child starts school, but that is not the whole story. So much of the foundation is already being built before the first classroom, the first worksheet, the first report card. Some children walk into a new room, curious, open, and ready to explore the people around them. Some children walk in tense, overloaded, and unsure, as if the room already feels too big for them. Does that mean one child is better, smarter, or more valuable than the other? Of course not. It often means they have been shaped by different emotional experiences, repeated quietly across ordinary days at home. Children do not learn emotions from instructions the way they learn letters or numbers. They learn emotions from faces, from touch, from tone, and from what happens after they cry or get frustrated. When a child is upset and an adult helps name the feeling, that is not a small moment. That is emotional teaching. When a child hears, "You are sad, you are angry, you are disappointed, and I am still here," something important begins to grow. Slowly, that message becomes part of the child's own inner voice, and that is how self-regulation starts forming. Thinking grows in the same kind of way, not all at once, but through repeated chances to try and figure things out. A child learns by touching, testing, asking, failing, adjusting, and then trying one more time. A crooked block tower is not just clutter on the floor. It is a lesson in balance, patience, and persistence. A spilled cup is not only a mess to clean, it can also become a lesson in cause, effect, and repair. And those endless why questions, are they really annoying? Or are they the doorway into thinking? When children help with little chores, they are not just staying busy. They are building confidence and capability. They are learning, I can participate, I can try, I can matter in this home too. Sometimes love quietly turns into overprotection before we even notice it happening. We step in fast because we do not want them frustrated, dirty, embarrassed, slow, or hurt. But when we do everything for them, how often do they get the chance to discover, maybe I can do this myself? Later, when life becomes harder, new tasks can feel scary much faster than we expect. Not because the child is lazy, difficult, or weak, but because the child has not had enough safe practice staying with challenge and discomfort. If you are feeling guilty while hearing this, can you pause and take one slow breath with me first? Parenting is not a test you fail forever because of a few messy months or a few exhausted seasons. Children respond powerfully to repair, warmth, and healthy connection, even when those changes begin later than we hoped. So the real question is not, was I perfect yesterday? Because no parent is. The better question is, what can I start doing a little more often from today? And the good news is that the most meaningful changes are often small, realistic, and possible in everyday life. Get down to your child's eye level when they speak, even for a short moment, and notice what changes. Listen to the messy little story all the way through, instead of rushing to the end or correcting every detail. When they ask, why did that happen? What would happen if you asked back, what do you think? That one question can open language, curiosity, imagination, and the confidence to think out loud. When they make a mistake, try slowing the moment down before your frustration takes over. Like, you can say, it's okay, let's fix it together. And that simple sentence does more than you may realize. It protects the bond while still teaching responsibility, problem solving, and emotional safety at the same time. At bedtime, what if you traded just a little screen time for a book, your voice, and your full attention? They remember the rhythm of your voice, the closeness, the quiet, and the feeling of being held in that moment. When they are angry, sad, or frustrated, help them name what is happening inside instead of pushing it away. You can say, you are angry because the toy broke, right? Should we take a slow breath together? That kind of moment teaches a child that feelings can be noticed, accepted, and guided, not feared. Praise matters too, especially when it helps children value effort instead of only outcomes. Saying, you kept trying, or you worked hard on that, often builds deeper strength than quick labels like smart. Why does that matter so much? Because children who trust effort are often less afraid of mistakes. They begin to believe growth is possible, and that belief changes how they face challenge. And maybe this is the part many parents most need to hear today. You do not have to be an expert to raise a child who feels secure, seen, and emotionally safe. You do not have to say the perfect thing every time or stay endlessly patient every single day. You do not have to be flawless to matter deeply in your child's development. You just need enough moments of real presence, honest repair, and steady warmth. Enough moments that quietly tell your child, when you need me, I come back and I stay connected. One day, those constant little questions will become bigger thoughts and deeper conversations. The small hand pulling at your sleeve today will not stay small forever. And that season passes faster than we think. Your child may not remember every toy, every snack, or every cartoon from these years, but they are very likely to remember how it felt to be with you in the moments that mattered. They will remember whether home felt warm, respectful, responsive, and emotionally safe for them. So if you have been too busy, too tired, too distracted, or simply stretched beyond your limit, please do not stay in shame. Because shame rarely helps a family heal, but gentle awareness, followed by small action, often does. So tonight, could you put the phone down a little earlier and look into your child's eyes a little longer? Could you listen a little more fully? Hug a little longer, and speak a little more gently than yesterday. Small moments may look ordinary from the outside, but repeated often, they can shape a very strong inner world. And if this message touched you, who is one parent you know who might need this reminder today?